and welcome back to this dividend series. In this video, I'll tell you how much money I made on my channel in February and then discuss how much money I made in my investments. And really quickly, if you're new to this series, what I've done is I've invested $10,000 into dividend stocks, and I started that in January. Each month, I take whatever earnings I make on YouTube, and then the following month, I invest that into my portfolio. So far I've invested January's earnings and February's earnings, and here's what we've got so far. Here's where I did that initial $10,000, so you can see the spikes where I've invested my YouTube earnings and the overall trends of my portfolio. So let's dive in to how much money I actually made in February. So as you can see, I have my February dates pulled up, and I made $672.85. So let's update the Excel tracker spreadsheet that we started in that previous video, and then update our Python file so that we can calculate our gains. So remember, $672.85. So in March, we did $672.85, and the other number I want is my current portfolio value right at this moment. So each of these values is taken on the 15th of every month, and these values over here usually occur within that first week of the month. So let's write down my current portfolio value. So jumping back to my investments, right now we're currently at $10,999.23 after I refreshed that page. So taking that number again, it was $10,999.23. Let's go ahead and save our monthly tracker now that we've updated our information. Going to our Python file, let's go ahead and rerun these cells. But before I do, I'm going to add in some comments so that I remember for the next time exactly what every cell does. So obviously the first one is importing the necessary libraries, which in our case, we're using the pandas data frame. This next cell reads our Excel file, and it's going to print out that information. So running this, after I rerun my import, we're going to get the values we just entered in. Now remember, down here, we were calculating our portfolio gains. That's where we took the current value of our portfolio, which we used df.iloc1. So we're going to that first row and taking the value. That was our current portfolio value last month, but I don't want last month's. I want our current portfolio for this month, March. So I can change this to 2, but so that I don't have to update it every single time, I'm going to turn this to a -1, so it's automatically going to look at the last row in our data frame. Then no more need for adjusting. So let's write a comment, and we'll say that our current value is the most recent portfolio value. Then from there, total input is going to be the sum over axis 0 of the input. So we're summing down this column of input, so getting everything that we put into our portfolio. So total input is the total amount that was added each month. So that's what we're adding to our portfolio. So taking that total input and subtracting it from our current value, we're going to see if we've actually surpassed the amount that we've put in. AKA, we're going to see if we've actually gotten any return on our investments. And running this, you can see that we don't have a positive value, meaning that we've lost $308.68, which is a little less than when we looked at it last month, but we're still in those negatives. Now that we've updated the stuff we did last month, let's do something new. Let's go ahead and visualize our portfolio. So I'm going to import a new library, matplotlib.pyplot, and I'm going to import that as PLT. So running that cell, we now have imported that library. From here, we're going to graph part of our data frame. So one way we could do this is right off the bat, we could take our data frame and write plot, df.plot, and open and close those brackets. Running this, you can see that it's taking our input column and it's also taking our value column. Now our inputs are not really showing how our portfolio is changing, except it's showing an additional amount each month. So what I want to do is, as opposed to plotting the entire data frame, I just want to plot the last column for value to see that portfolio value. So I'm going to say df value dot plot. Now when I run this, we're just getting our value, starting at 10,000, then going to 10,315.83, and then 10,999.23. In next month's video, we'll add more data to our Excel file, and we'll go over making our plot more readable. So stay tuned for that next video, which will be released April 15th. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Happy learning!